YouTube, what up, my twins? What up, my gangies? Welcome to the evolution if it's your first time here, and welcome back if it's not. As you can see, we got this Coldplay album pulled up. I've always wanted to listen to a Coldplay album. Now, I don't think this one is considered one of their classic projects, but I know Paradise is on here, so that's literally why I chose it, because Paradise is on here. And we're going to let Paradise play all the way through, because what you mean, boy? But I will say this. I hope that there's some songs on this album that's at least somewhat close to it. You know, don't laugh at me if you heard this album and there's nothing like it. But I will definitely find out. We'll definitely see. I'm excited to see. I got these Genius annotations pulled up, so I'll be reading the lyrics, and then after each song, we'll read the annotations just to see if there's any more information we might want to know. Other than that, just let me know if there's any other albums of theirs you want me to react to, like any of their classic projects or any of their songs or any videos, stuff like that, and we'll definitely do it as soon as I can. Other than that, I'm excited to listen to this. Let's do it. This first one is Mylo Xyloto. It's the same as the album. I don't know how to say it, so you gotta let me know in the comments, but let's continue. Majestic. Okay, hold on. Sorry. We'll go back a little bit. The only reason why I skipped the transition a little bit is and didn't pause it is because I wanted to hear how it flowed. But we gotta stop it because this is a reaction, and I do read the annotations in between each song. Otherwise, I would just let it play. But let's do it, man. That song was beautiful. What the heck? It wasn't like it wasn't no lyrics on it or anything, but it was just like a beautiful introduction. So I hope that the rest of these songs are as nice as the way that it started. But let's read this about electronica meets graffiti in this wondrous opener to Coldplay's modern day rock opera Mylo Xyloto. I don't know if that's how you say it, but the album name, a 70s synth echoing guitars and global instruments, as well as tinkling glockenspiel. Is that an instrument? Hold on, let me look at that up. Yeah, I know I'd be looking up stuff if I don't know. Oh yeah, it's an instrument. It's like that long instrument that almost is like a xylophone, but like a bigger, like the grown version, I guess, bigger version. Not a grown version, just a different version, I would say, because there's a grown version of the xylophone, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, help put the album on path to a spectacle of a land filled with war, color, crime, love, fascism, martial rule, and hope. This song serves as a prologue to the album and opens up the listener to the plot, much like the gateway to the Neverland. And then there's a quote: "The second star to the right and straight until morning." Okay. Interesting world building going on. Let's go into this next record. This next one's hurts like heaven. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this is tight. I fuck with it. Come on, son, this is magical. That's crazy. son. Hey, they cooking. Hey. Damn, son. Hey. This goes so insane. Nah, son. Hold on. Hold on. Instant classic. Instant thumbs up. There's like a million things I could say about that, but I like to keep it somewhat concise. So we will keep it somewhat concise. But I will say, that was a really beautiful song, bro. I'm not even gonna front. Like, one thing about me is like, if you're new here, you wouldn't know this, but like the people that subscribe to me know. If I don't like a song, I'm gonna be dumb honest. Like, that song was so pretty to me, and as far as like the lyrics, there's like I feel like they were painting a picture of this world that we kind of learned about in the first in the intro annotation. But as far as like instrumentation wise, that shit was like one of the prettiest songs I ever heard. Like I tend to say this if I really like a song. If I wasn't doing the reaction, I probably would have played that about 10 times back and just like enjoyed that. Like, it was like I was listening to like something magical, which is what I hope for, because Paradise is on this album. So I was hoping that the whole album would kind of have that feel, this like majestic kind of like this one world feel. But I'm like, yo, that song was tight, son. Not gonna lie, like that blew up my expectations. I thought I was gonna be like, okay, cool, like cool songs, but like, where's Paradise though? But nah, great start so far. 2 for 2, majestic album. Now let's read this annotation. Continuing from, I'm not gonna keep saying the album name in case I'm saying it wrong. So continuing, just know if I say this album in the annotation, they're saying the album name. But anyways, continuing from this album, Hurts Like Heaven continues the story of Mylo and Xyloto. I had to say it for the sake of the names on that one, and opens up the world to the listener as well as early life with 1984 8-bit synths. Yeah, synths sound amazing. Amazing drumming, refrain, bass hooks, distorted and high hitting guitars, and best vocals from Chris Martin. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Chris Martin vocals is cold. Like, he got a really nice singing voice and nice control. The song will rivet you through damnation and back as it talks about the oppression of the government. Right. Okay, yeah. That's better said what I was trying to say, which is why I'm grateful for annotations, because sometimes I just don't have the words for what I was trying to say. But when I was like, they're painting the picture, that's way better said. It talks about the oppression of government, rebellion, and love, with Silencia turning into a living hell. Talking through the early points of Milo's life. They're going to make me say their names. God damn it. I was trying to avoid saying the names because I don't really know how to say it. But so just bear with me for that. His parents were affiliated with a Sparker gang known as the Car Kids. Through the course of the song, it talks about their struggles and their eventual capturing. Damn, son. Leaving Mylo emotionally unstable since witnessing his parents to rot in jail. Damn. Why is it like the prettiest song, like instrumentation for like the darkest theme though? I do like juxtapositions like that though. It does add depth to what we're listening to. I also wanted to show y'all there's like a really cool like almost like comic like a real colorful comic type of thing that they put there. It's like almost like beams coming out of their hands. That's pretty cool. Let's go into this next record though. Y'all know what record this is. The one I've been waiting for, even though we just started. This song is called Paradise for those who haven't heard it though. I didn't know so early in the album. Instant classic, son. This song is too magical, son. Hold on.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach. So she ran away in her sleep and dreamed of
Paradise. Paradise.
Every time she closed her eyes. When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, and the bullets catching her teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy. The wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall. In the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. In the night, the stormy night, away she flies. And dream of so lying underneath those stormy skies. She said, oh, I know the sun was set to rise.
Let's go. Hey. Damn, son. What a beautiful song. I'll try to play it from there just so we can hear how the songs transition. Sometimes I forget, but if I do forget, just forgive me because we were more focused on the meaning of the songs than the transitions. But obviously, I've known that song for a very long time, which is I've already said this is the song that made me want to listen to this album. So I'm glad that I am actually listening to this project. The last song, the first two songs, and then going into Paradise so far has created a nice, colorful album landscape, for lack of better words. But I would say that's a pretty good way to describe what I feel as far as like instrumentally what's going on here. And interesting enough, like the last record, I was like, okay, there's like a darker tone to the lyrics, even though it sounds like real pretty. And now that I noticed that, I actually noticed that on Paradise too, which I never really thought about that, because it's kind of like, oh, she's running away and she's dreaming of paradise. It's not actually saying that she's in paradise. It's saying she's dreaming of it, which kind of goes along with what the world that they're building in the first couple records. But yeah, let's read this about, because I never read the song annotation. So let's see what else is here. Third track and second single off the album, Coldplay makes a true masterpiece of the song Paradise. No, seriously though. With its jittery synths, orchestral hooks, thunderous drumming, falsetto vocals by Chris Martin, this is a win-win for everyone, critics and fans alike. The song is about how real world can be escaped through dreams in paradise. Right. Just like dreaming of a different world. In context of the album's in context of the album's concept, it shows how the rebel leader Fly is just some shut eye away. Damn. The song describes her obstacles in life and how she first noticed that the government system in Silencia is corrupted due to Major Minus. I wonder if there's like a film or something we can watch, because they got the characters and everything done pretty well. But it's nice to know what's happening in the actual context of the project, which is why I'm glad I listened to this, because I knew that song was awesome, but I was like, what else is there? Because there got to be more. They just maybe all didn't become this song, this as big as a song, but that doesn't mean they aren't great. Let's go on to the next record though. This next record is called Charlie Brown. Oh, I forgot the transition. God damn it. Sorry, y'all. It's too late. Force a habit. His voice is so crazy. The production is sick. Real spacey. Yeah, this cold. Damn, son. Nah, son. I ain't gonna lie. They on some magical mystery tour type shit right now. Like every song is just like real bright sonically. Although now I'm hip. The tones of the lyrics are darker, but I'm just talking about the actual instrumentation. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's fire. Chris Martin's voice is so good. His vocal control is so good. He could do so many different ranges and is like the perfect thing for each record. And then those slow down spacey parts, really nice on the ear, and it gives the record and the lyrics time to breathe, which I like when artists are able to do that. Sick. Let's read this about. With this coming of age background, lively beat, Charlie Brown, the fourth track on the album, takes his inspiration from the famous star of Charles M. Schulz classic newspaper comic strip Peanuts, of course. Milo steals car keys to take a car to a party where Fly and Milo meet and become interested in each other, and even have a thing between them that might evolve into a relationship. Oh, cool. That one's actually not too bad then. That one's not as bad as the other ones. That was more tame thematically. Even the Charlie Brown thing is pretty cool. Takes me back in time. There was something else I was gonna say about the song, but it slips in my mind. If I do remember, I'll just come back to it. However, great record. This is crazy. This might be one of my favorite album listens. Let's go on to the next one. This next one's Us Against the World. Oh, I was gonna say, I wonder how. If let me know in the comments if you know how these people in the annotations are coming up with the story. Like, obviously it's there in the lyrics, but besides that, how do they know which character is which? Because they're not speaking. They're speaking from the perspective of a character, but there's no names in the lyrics. So how do they know that? Somebody let me know. Let's continue.
Oh, morning come bursting the clouds, amen. Lift off this blindfold, let me see again. And bring back the water, let your ships roll in. And my heart, she left a hole. The tightrope that I'm walking just sways and ties. The devil as he's talking with those angels' eyes. And I just wanna be there when the lightning strikes and the saints go marching in. And sing slow down. through chaos as it swirls. It's us against the world.
That's cute.
Like a river to a raindrop, I lost a friend. My drunken as a Daniel in a lion's den. And tonight I know it all has to begin again. So whatever you do, don't let go. And if we could float away, fly up to the surface and just start again. And lift off before trouble just erodes us in the rain. Just erodes us in the rain. Just erodes us and see roses in the rain. Say, slow it down. Slow it down. Through chaos as it swirls, it's us against the world. Through chaos as it swirls, it's us against the world.
Damn, son. Who hurt my guy Chris Martin, man? Nah, come outside, brother. I just want to talk. Excellent record. That one was smooth. That one calmed me down a lot, actually, because I was just like mesmerized by the Majestic album. That one kind of majestic in a different way, but more like soothing Majestic, like real soothing sounds. And this one, I could be incorrect, which is fine. I'm totally okay with being wrong. That's what we're here to read the annotations for, to learn. But this one sounded more like a breakup song and like a longing for somebody, because I heard him say something about starting again, and then us against the world, slow down through chaos as it swirls, us against the world. That's what it sounded like. But you know, let's get into this annotation. I like that record though too. I think I was like more of a fan of the first couple ones, more sonically, but like I feel like this one would be a good like nighttime listen at the same time. So I guess it's just for like different moods. I shouldn't compare it. Actually, I should just say I like them. With an art rock core in the middle, Us Against the World as the fifth song on the album, peaking at number 30 on South Korea's international chart, tells of a partnership. Mylo and Fly both know that because of a major minus rule, no one from the upper world can be trusted. They both agree to not let anyone come through. Okay, Us Against the World as in like literally. Literally. Nobody can know what's going on because it could put them in danger in this world that they're in. Okay, understandable. So cool. Okay, so I was wrong. Not a breakup song, just literally Us Against the World because of what they're going through. Okay, word. Not too far off though, but interesting to get the actual background. Let's go on to the next record though. This next record is MMIX. Oh, this one I think is just an instrumental. But guess what? We're gonna listen to it though. Is that it? Oh. Well, damn. Okay. I guess just an interlude. Let's see. Let's just read this about. There's nothing really to say. There wasn't enough there for me to say anything. But a hidden message beyond that of human capability, MMIX delivers a 1-minute intermission to get ready for the upcoming horrors of of government, mentally, physically, violently, and gristly and remorsefully. What's gristly mean? Gruesome. Synth samples and electronica are filling the air up, with the song A Cupcake and the instruments being the frosting of the sixth track. A message hidden. The lyrics are only said in the booklet. Oh, there's a booklet. That's how people are finding out what the characters mean. Interesting. Maybe there's more to that, but let's keep going. With song being instrumental, making this one of the album's most interesting and controversial songs. The lyrics describe Mylo having a conversation for the first time with the rebel leader Fly as the possible outcomes of the rebels being deported. What kind of Star Wars album they done made? Anyways, let's go on to the next record. This next record is Every Teardrop is a Waterfall.
I turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all that until morning feels another life. I turn the music up, I'm on the other side. The heaven is inside.
Nice solo, son.
I turn the music up, I got my records on. From underneath the rug, I'll sing a rebel song. Don't wanna see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. Maybe I'm in that black, maybe I'm on my knees. Maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes. But my heart is beating and my pulse is starting. Cathedrals in my heart.
Cathedrals in my heart is crazy. That's fire.
I swear you, it looks breaking into to tell me it's alright. As we every sound is a symphony, and every tear's a waterfall.
shit was ass. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine if I really felt like it was ass. It was not ass. I just did that because sometimes I get to praising bands too much because everything is just good as hell. And sometimes I just got to throw y'all off. Sometimes I just got to cause chaos. Nah, another really good one. I will say this one was like not like my favorite record out of the bunch, but still great record nonetheless. They're saying every teardrop is a waterfall. And I really like that. It's really poetic. But also it says something about their world they're building to where, like, I don't know if it's the circumstances that they're in or like something happened specifically that makes them feel like they're crying so much that it's like every teardrop is a waterfall. That's a lot to say. So I'm definitely curious. We'll read this annotation. That being said, but I like that record though. Just again, not a favorite, but it's still good record. With electronic rock mixing with progressive rock, every teardrop is a waterfall. Is the first single and 7th track from Coldplay's 5th studio album and rock opera. Oh shit. That just makes me think about what would qualify as rock opera, because I've heard that before, but I'm not really familiar as like, because again, if you're new here, I'm more of like a hip hop R&B person. That's like most of my knowledge, so I'm kind of learning more about rock as I do the Beatles, different bands. So definitely let me know about rock opera if you know anything in the comments. I will if you write me an essay, I will read the essay. Trust. But anyways, stinging synths and hard rock guitars drive this jam with drumming taking the wheel. Mylo knows that he might be a prophesized one to lead the rebels, but later on it doesn't add up to the fact that he is still active as a silencer. Conflicting. Okay, I gotta see how the story unfolds, because I'm like, hold on, what we got going on here? And also, are these characters only in this album, or is it a continuation of characters from other albums? Let me know in the comments if you know. But let's go into the next record. This next record is Major Minus. We've been hearing about him a little bit. See what his stupid ass got to say. Oh, is Major Minus multiple people? Okay, we'll find out after. Okay, yeah, we gonna need the annotation for this one. This one got me thinking. Nice vocals in the back. That bass line is cold. He said, they said, that bass line was heavy in that bit. I love a heavy bass line that just like feels like strong within the record, and then it like creates like a groove. That's just fire. That's a cool one. That's another cool Rockstar record. I don't know if Major Minus is one person or if it's a group of people, but I guess we're gonna find out because they're saying, hold on, they're saying they got one eye watching you, one eye what you do. Kind of sounds like they're talking about being captured in a place and then being watched, as in like Orwellian Big Brother scenario. In other words, just somebody just looking over you to control you. To make it even simpler, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, which is totally fine. Not even saying like in any way, but just literally. But yeah, let's find out what's actually here. Let's read this annotation. Major Minus is a 7-track on Coldplay's 5th album, Mylo. Oh, I forgot I was gonna say the name. We'll leave it at Mylo. Lyrically, it talks about Major Minus, one of the fictional characters of the album. He's the ruler. Okay, it is one person. Okay, that's what I thought. So Big Brother being one person in this instant. He is the ruler of the government until dictatorship of Silencia, and number 1 on his most wanted list is Mylo Xyloto. I had to say it. I do want to read this annotation of when they say they got one eye watching you. Is it okay? The annotation says you're always watched, no matter what you think. There's always someone who's watching you. Ironically, because I'm on stream too, that kind of hit different. Anyways, also the song is a reference to George Orwell's 1984. Oh, hey. I literally said that, Orwellian. That's what I meant when I said Orwellian. I was talking about George Orwell, 1984. But anyways, where they got one eye watching you, in quotes, is in quotes, is reminiscent of the famous line from the novel, Big Brother's watching you. What'd I say? Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. I need a celebratory sound. All we got is SpongeBob for now. I need to put like a victory sound or something. Anyways. The world of Silencia is modeled after the dark, oppressive, gray dictatorship of Oceania, and Major Minus's character is meant to be very comparable to Big Brother. Okay, bet. See, I told y'all I'm not dumb as hell. I'm only dumb as hell sometimes. That being said, though, that's pretty cool that I was able to gather that, because sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it completely wrong. It just depends. But that's pretty cool. Let's go on to the next record, though. This next record is UFO.
Lord, I don't know which way I am going, which way the river gonna flow. It just seems that upstream I keep rolling, still got such a long way go. Still got such a long way to go. Then that light, it's your eye. I know, I swear we'll find somewhere the streets are paved with gold, but it's fly. Split the sky, but that's alright. Sometimes sunlight comes streaming through the holes.
Oh, there's a little bit left. Sorry, I'll let the little bit play out and then I'll start talking. If there is it might just be silence. Oh, okay. How calm. The second song did not. That was not a good transition at all. You're just like, oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, well in this case, I'm glad I paused it for this one. I really like that record. That record was smooth on your ears. As far as like lyrically, I wasn't sure exactly because there's that one part where they're like, the streets are paved with gold, bullets fly, split the sky, but that's all right sometimes. And it's like, I could interpret it as somebody trying to make the best of the scenario, which is not a good one. Same time, it could be something completely different. So I guess we'll look at the annotation and see what's there. Featuring only a single acoustic guitar, UFO serves as the ninth track. This track that features a theme of perseverance and dedication in the face of difficulties. Okay, yeah. Kind of what I was saying, but in a different way. Because I was kind of like make the best of it, but they're kind of like saying perseverance and dedication more so than just like making the best of it, which is actually what you need to get through moments that aren't the best. And you know, we all hope we get through everything that we don't always talk about. Let's go on to the next record. This next record is Princess of China. Yo, Rihanna's on the song. That's crazy.
Once upon a time, somebody ran away, saying fast as I can. I got to go. I got to go. Once upon a time, we fell apart. You're holding in your hands the two halves of my heart.
Okay, that one's cool. Not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of that one. Not horrible. Not the worst thing ever. Not like a straight trash song. Just more like, I don't know. I feel like Rihanna has like this raw talent to her that comes out differently for different songs, and I just feel like I've heard stronger performances, not vocal performances, just like writing and vocal performances. And also, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of this like instrumentation on this. It was really good quality wise, but I just didn't like it like taste wise. That's all. I don't think it's not a quality song. I just think it felt more generic than anything to me, at least. I don't know, but I know some people probably love the song, and that's totally okay too. Anyways, let's read the about. The music video seems catchy, while Princess of China marks a milestone in Coldplay history with the first appearance of a guest on the LP. Jay-Z previously appeared on Lost Plus in the Prospect March EP, which was on the remix of the song Lost from Viva La Vida or Death in All His Friends. The arcade meets raw composition of the song was easily criticized and was a main point of division between fans and critics. Yeah, see, I was on the other side. I'm on the side of like, it's alright. Mylo and Fly have already broken up due to the fact that his silencer career is still active and they part on bad timings. They both are apparently flexible with the situation, but both regret breaking up as they remembered the negatives and the positives. While Mylo Xyloto was already hotly debated. What is hotly? Oh, hotly debated, not hotly. I was like, hotly? That's funny. Hotly debated amongst fans and critics. Princess of China was easily the biggest point of contention. Yeah, understandable. An acoustic version of the song released on its EP has significantly improved the overall reception. Okay, bet. So basically, what they're saying is I'm not the only person who didn't like the song. They're just saying getting nicer words. All right, cool. Well, at least I know the music IQ is still there. And y'all see, I'm honest. I'm not just going to tell y'all that everything's fire if it's not fire. Song was not fire to me, but it wasn't bad, though. It wasn't like the horrible. It just, every other song was better. Let's go into the next record, though. This next record is Up in Flames.
So it's over. This time I know it's gone. So order. Tasted it too long. I only know I'm wrong. Now I know it's gone. Up in flames. Up in flames. Up in flames. We have slowly gone.
Such a good voice.
So it's over. This time you're flying on. This time I know no song can stop it slowly burn. Can stop it slowly gone.
Hey.
Up in flames. Up in flames. Up in flames. We have slowly
pour some water on. You know what? I was listening to this record, and at first I was like, I don't know about it. Then it kept going, and I was like, actually, there's this simplicity to it that makes it actually a really nice listen, at least for me. You know, some people may not like the minimalism of it, but I actually enjoyed that because a lot of the records are real intricate compositions. So it was actually nice to hear something that felt like almost acoustic, stripped down. And I really like Chris Martin's vocal tone. He has good vocal tone, vocal control. I don't know what he was talking about in the in the record. So we gonna go into the annotation because I'm not gonna lie and I'm not gonna pretend as if I knew if I didn't. So let's read this. Remember MMXI when he talked about the horrors of the government. Up in Flames, the 10th song on the album, is remorseful and violent in some ways. A hip-hop drum machine and a piano, as well as Chris Martin's beautiful singer, are all that's there in the song. Right. I definitely sensed that. I was like, oh, there's not a lot of elements here. There's like very few, which that's why I was like, at first I was like, is this ass? But then I was like, no, it's just simplistic. But sometimes simplicity is good. As we head to the conclusions, lyrically it's talking about the ending of a relationship and how it has figuratively burned up. Okay, gone up in flames. Word. And Milo and Fly's relationship has ended due to the betrayal by him being a silencer in Silencia, and everyone's captured. Damn, son, it really is up in flames. There's only a few more songs left, so let's see how this story ends, because it's getting, tempers are flaring, literally. This next song is A Hopeful Transmission. Literally, Harry. This is pretty as hell. Oh, this one's the instrumental. Okay, cool. Oh, what the fuck, man? What the beep? Man, I'm about to beep. That's my version of censoring myself because I don't have a censor on the soundboard. I hate when you know that feeling of like when you're like listening to a record and you're not looking at how long it is and it's literally 30 seconds to a minute and you're like, oh man, this is nice. I could go for like another minute of this or so, or 2 minutes or whatever, and then it just ends. That should just happen to me. Therefore, I'm cussing out Chris Martin and the whole Coldplay. Therefore, this album is automatically ass. By the way, that's a joke. Don't take me serious. I'll tell you when to take me serious. You'll know when I'm serious. But listen, man, that was really nice. A nice little interlude. I would have liked to hear more of that, but let's see what this about says. As we finally are heading for an ending, a hopeful transmission might be a turning point in the story. Hey, it did sound like it. I mean, it was pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful. With an orchestra and some instruments, as well as one sample for the 11 track on the modern day rock opera. A transmission has just been sent for the rebels, and the entire future as they know it it's in the hands of them alone. But despite having a fleeting chance, they're outnumbered and outgunned, and it's theoretically impossible to win. Meanwhile, Mylo comes back to save the future. Oh, hold on, son. All right, let's okay. It was Up in Flames and the one before. Now we're in a hopeful transmission. Okay, thanks for looking up for the boys. Let's see what this is the second to last record on the album. This one's Don't Let It Break Your Heart. Nice little hopeful tones. Hey. Nice cute ending to the album, man. Don't let it break your heart. Don't let it break your heart. Don't let it break your heart.
Don't let it break your heart.
I did not know he was about to say that. Fire. I ain't gonna lie. One thing y'all know, y'all gonna learn about me. I'm a sucker for a little hopeful, cute ass song. I ain't gonna lie. On slime, my fall short. Listen, man. Let's read this about. That was a great one though. With chorus from the album and from the song Mylo Xyloto and Viva La Vida. It did sound like Viva La Vida a little bit. Don't Let It Break Your Heart is a glorious reprise and apology to the Rebels by Mylo, lyrically and conceptually, as the 13th track and second to final in the record. Mylo and Fly quickly reunite, as well as him taking command and then battling and rumbling out with the government, as the winner is implied to be the Rebels. To be the Rebels or be... Oh, yeah, to be the Rebels. Okay, word. Interesting, and turn of events. This last song is Up With The Birds.
The birds they sang at break of day. Start again, I hear them say, it's so hard to just walk away.
Oh, God.
The birds they sang, all a choir. Start again, a little higher. It's a spark in a sea of gray. The sky is blue. Dream that light till it's true. Then taking back the punch out through. My arms turn wings. Oh, those clumsy things send me up to that wonderful world. And
Pretty, super pretty.
Might have to go where they don't know my name. Fly over the world just to see her again. And I won't show I feel any pain, even though on my arm and my rest in the rain, a simple thought. But I know one day good things are coming our way. A simple thought. But I know one day good things are coming our way.
Cinema. Cinematic album finish. That was a great album outro. Absolutely enjoyed this. This was a great listening experience. We'll talk about this last record, then I'll talk about the entirety of the album. I really like that. I really like they went back to like how I felt at the beginning, because in the middle it kind of went back to like some like regular alternative rock feeling, and then they went back to like the hopeful feeling, like majestic type of records for the last one. I think they did a great job. I know there's more in the lyrics, so we'll go to the about that. But yeah, I love this. Great record. With the first part being a slow piano medley. Right. Yeah, I think that was my favorite part of the record, how it started. And vocal samples, and the second incorporating a faster tempo and rock instruments. Up with the Birds is the grand finale to Coldplay's modern day rock opera. Fine, I'll try to say it one more time. Mylo Xyloto? Alright, I know I said it wrong probably a million times. It's okay. Departing with a sad and happy tone with grandiose emphasis and underestimate vocals by Chris Martin. Up with the Bird ensures safety and protection to the people of Silencia, including Fly, as critics generally well received the limited edition single for being a closer to the album. Milo ends up passing away after sustaining fatal injuries.
He needs some milk.
As he knows that he has departed to heaven due to his faith in God, and the battle is over. The winner is the rebels, and he is not there, as well as everyone mourns him, and he accepts new life. But he knows from God that good times will come soon. Will soon come. Same thing. And everyone will be happy, and that when danger comes, everyone will fight back to ensure democracy and freedom. Damn, son. Honestly, great ending. Great ending to the film, but RIP to the homie, man. We lost a soldier along the way, but guess what? We learned a lot along the way as well, and the soldier's with us forever in spirit. Nah, all trolls aside, excellent album experience. That was a really nice listen. There's like some magical stuff, some alternative rock, more rawish stuff, more traditional stuff, like traditional rock elements. There's like some ballad stuff that turned into like higher, or like a more fast tempo. A rock record, real cool. Chris Martin's vocal tone is insane. His vocal control is crazy. I really enjoy this project. This is a good listen. I would love to listen to some more of their projects. I think this was actually a good album to start. I mean, Coldplay fans, I'm sure y'all could let me know. There's probably way better albums than this one, but I did enjoy it for what it's worth. Thanks for listening to this album with me. Let me know what you think of this album, or your experience with this album, or any albums I should react to, whether it's their album or any other album. I appreciate you for listening if you made this far. Hope you have a great day or night. And no matter what you do in this life, make sure that you You know.
Keep evolving.
Peace, y'all.